Welcome back to the Mom's Table. I welcome you with open arms, opinions, and provide my experiences in motherhood, all while learning the ropes of motherhood myself. Get comfy, grab a snack, and a drink of choice. I'm your host, Jeanette, and today's episode is all about self-identity. I have little ones that are sick, and she decided to sit right next to me. Anyways, good morning, Mommas. I hope you have a great, fantastic holiday week. I know it's been very busy for most of us, and I hope you have a restful week. So I'm going to just jump right into it and get on with it. I have some bullet points on my iPad that I would like to make. So if I look down, that is why, and this is really important to me, so I didn't want to forget anything. But I thought I'd mention this because I have a couple of my friends that are going through the same thing, and I thought if someone is relating to this, then maybe they can benefit from this episode. So recently I've been struggling with my self-identity, and most women have dealt with that during postpartum times. For me, I don't know why it's happening now. I think because I've gone through some major changes, I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the friends I had last year. I don't have school to do. I work, take care of my kids and my family, and of course I am grateful for the family I have. However, I think all I've ever known was school, work, and the kids. I oftentimes find myself roaming around trying to find things to do after work. Maybe it's because I need my mind to be going and not resting. And most moms can relate to that. And I know a lot of moms go through this, like when you get off of work and the kids are in bed, now what? You don't want to do anything. You just kind of want to sit there and relax and enjoy your time because that's your time. I mean, dads do it too, I'm sure, but I think moms have a hard time finding their time for themselves. But to be realistic, I am close to 30 and I genuinely cannot wrap my head around that. I sometimes forget that I am no longer 12, 21, or 24. I am 28. And I just had this conversation with a friend of mine, and they said, it's hard to dictate, that you're actually the age that you are, because in your mind you feel like you're, again, 21, 24. Okay, sorry, I got some packages in the mail 2 days before Christmas, and yeah, one needed a signature that I wasn't aware of. But yeah, so we were having a conversation that it's kind of hard to wrap your head around the age that you currently are, because you've always known, the previous ages, right? And I get it. I do. So my question is, identity is everything, right? Knowing who you are allows you to know who your friends are and if you're intro or extroverted, right? Honestly, I'm not sure. I know I am a mother of 2 beautiful babies, a wife to an amazing husband, a sister to 3 siblings who are amazing. I am a daughter to an amazing mother who provided everything and more to my siblings and I. I'm a friend to amazing friends that provide endless laughter. You know who you are. I don't need to point it out. And I am an employee at an amazing company that I went back to after leaving when I had Nugget, my first son. I know my role. I know what I am to people, but I don't know what or who I am to myself. I often question, why am I almost 30 and still struggling? Why am I almost 30 and still don't have anything higher than an associate's degree when my end goal was to become a pediatric oncologist? And this point here, it's not to make anyone feel bad. It's me questioning why I haven't gotten there yet. But ultimately, it's not about why or why didn't I do it. It's because I have my answer. my journey changed. It's as simple as that. My journey has changed, and that's okay. So my journey changed, so that means me as a person changed. I changed who I was unintentionally. My journey just didn't allow me to be who I was before kids and who I was shortly after. It allowed me to grow into this person I don't know, to find myself, to allow time to rest. In a sense, if you know me personally, I'm not one to rest very well, especially here recently. I have had to come to terms that the journey or plan you make in life isn't always the path you take. The path you take will be the best one suited for you. And I don't know if I'll go back to school. I don't know if I will, ever get my bachelor's degree. But in a sense, I really think I will. And at the end of the day, only you can make it happen. Only you can push yourself. And if you want it, you will do it. And I do want it, but it's just not the time right now. It's not the time right now. It's time to focus on my kids. And, it's never too late. Ever. Never too late to do anything. And I really just want to emphasize, this podcast isn't to make anyone feel bad. It's about my self-identity issues. And I've never struggled with it, ever. And now I know why, because my journey has changed, and I have to come to terms that journey changed, and my path has changed, and that's okay. So I was reflecting the other day, and I realized that I am more than capable of everything I have ever dreamt of, but I have to believe it. I believe in myself and believe I will get back into school. If you are struggling with self-identity issues, please do not feel alone at some point. Everyone has gone through it. And if you'd like to talk about this topic or anything else, please know I'm here for you. And so is the Mom's Table community. And this just goes to show that I'm not going to judge you because of your journey, your path, your experiences, your opinions. I'm just going through it because I have so many changes that are happening around me. And I'm not saying major, big changes as far as moving and stuff like that. No. I'm saying internally, growth and, trying to wrap my head around that I'm no longer in school and I'm no longer a mom that's going to school. I am solely a working mom, and that in itself is super hard. And being a stay-at-home mom is also hard, but being a working mom to me right now is harder than being a stay-at-home mom, because you are literally for 8 hours working, not being able to see your kids. I work from home, but I work from home in my room where the kids can have full access. But if they're in the room, I won't be able to interact with them very much because of the fact that I have to be focused. And if I'm not focused, we get behind. So, or if I get a call, I have to rush them out because I don't want them to be loud on the call and then I get penalized. So the only time that I have with them is shortly in the morning, depending on what time they wake up, my lunch break, if I have the time, and then a few hours after work. And to me, that's really genuinely hard. Whenever I was a stay-at-home mom, I found it hard because you're only with your child 24/7. And yes, I want that, right? But at the same time, it's the constant snacks, the constant feeding, the constant crying, constant changing their diaper, constant needing to do something. To me, it was overwhelming. To you, it may not, but it was overwhelming to me. And I just felt okay, what can I do to distract him? What can I do to get him entertained? And mind you, I was a first-time mom. I didn't know. But as the years went by, I figured that stuff out, and I was able to entertain him while I did homework. I was able to entertain him after the fact. And overall, if you're going through a self-identity struggle, well, then just know you're not alone. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. I want to thank all of you for the love and support on episode 2. Please make sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Jeanette in Texas. YouTube is Mom's Table Podcast for more daily content. Thanks for sitting at the Mom's Table, and I will see you next week. And remember, everyone's journey is different. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone. Please stay safe. I hope to see you sitting at the Mom's Table next week.